Hey, it's Maximo and welcome to Maximo's Travels. It's our first full day on the Sunshine Coast and we go to Mary Cairncross Scenic Reserve. You hear so many different bird species and spot some native Australian fauna. Joe gets attacked by a huge leech. We marvel at the majestic landscape that is the Glasshouse Mountains from a very scenic lookout here. And we take a long walk along Mooloolaba's rocky coastline. And we finish that off with a cool, refreshing ale. Join me. We had a leisurely morning and set out a little bit later than planned to the Mary Cairncross Scenic Reserve. If you leave a bit earlier, you could probably fit in a couple of very nice scenic waterfalls in the general vicinity of this area. Nevertheless, we set off and it took around about 35-40 minutes to travel the 36 odd kilometres to the reserve. The park was named after Mary Cairncross, who gifted 100 acres of this rainforest park to the local council. A formal park was set up in 1959 and the council spent a lot of money improving the area over the years. There's a nice modern visitor centre on site and the visitor centre and park are free to enter. A gold coin donation is appreciated, and for those living outside of Australia, a gold coin is a $1 or $2 coin. The reserve sits on a ridge on the Blackall Range. It's special because it's the last remaining part of a tropical rainforest. It has very unique flora and fauna. It sits at 420 metres above sea level and offers spectacular views of the Glasshouse Mountains nearby. There's a great interactive display before you enter the park that will help you identify the birds with the different sounds they make. Have a listen. I particularly like the sound the green catbird made, which sounds like the cry of a baby. Fascinating. We stepped out into the reserve and had a really nice walk through it.
Wow. What's that written? like it's one big bean.
It is.
Cool. But it's just like the inside. It feels like the inside of a broad bean packet.
Yeah.
It looks like a broad bean too.
It's a giant one.
Yeah. Cool. That's wicked. Oh, there's more over there. Look, there's all over.
Yeah.
We also came across a Pademelon, a rainforest wallaby. We were able to observe the little critter for quite a few minutes.
Hi, this is Jo here. I feel I need to tell this part of the story. So we went to this cafe to have a little bit of a snack and refreshment after our walk. There was a sign as we came in, and I just glanced through it quickly and didn't take much notice of it, but here it is. Now we went on to get our snacks and coffee, and while we were in the queue, my brother-in-law looked down and said, "Oh, what's that on my toe?" And flashback to the sign, go, "That's a leech." He said, "What shall I do?" I said, "Get it off." So we did, and squished it on the floor exactly like it says to not do on the sign. But there you are. So we were sat down enjoying our snacks at the table, lovely cafe, and then I just felt, oh, my leg was a bit itchy, and I had long pants on and had walking shoes on. I thought, I wouldn't have a leech. My brother-in-law had open sandals on. He'd have a leech. Anyway, I scratched my leg and then just pulled my pants up my leg and, well, blood was pouring down my leg. Let's just say there wasn't much of the leech left. It was all squished, but it sure had a good feed by the amount of blood that was running down my leg. So there you are, even if you're wearing long pants. Watch out for those leeches.
A few moments later.
I was fortunate that I was the only one to be unscathed from the leeches. We finished our lunch and made our way out to the observation deck for a fantastic view of the Glasshouse Mountains. It was pretty windy, but I did like the way the light and shadow played over the landscape scene. It was fantastic. We spent over 2 hours at the reserve and it was time to head back to Mooloolaba. It was quite picturesque driving through the Sunshine Coast hinterland and through all the subtropical vegetation. Everything was so green. We got back to the hotel at Mooloolaba and waited for a couple of passing showers to hit. It was quite spectacular seeing them from the balcony of our room. The weather in March in Queensland can be quite changeable. We didn't have to wait very long for the showers to pass and for the afternoon to be quite spectacularly sunny. We decided to go for a walk on the beach. The temperature of each day that we were in Queensland ranged between about 25 and 29 degrees Celsius. Perfect touring weather. It was blowing an onshore gale as we made our way to the rocky beach and just had a look around and walked on the rock pools. leeches. We had a good long walk along the beach and then finished up with a cleansing, refreshing ale afterwards. The bar we were at was right underneath our hotel. It was right on the esplanade. It offered al fresco drinking and dining, and it had a lot of wildlife just roaming around. I think this is some sort of wild bush turkey. It was also pretty good for people watching. We had a couple of drinks and then retired back to the room. After a bit of time just checking out the surf from the hotel room, we were joined by Simon and Pauline and went out for dinner. I do hope you've liked this video. If so, please hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notify bell so you'll be notified of my future videos. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying me a coffee. And until our next adventure from Queensland, you take care and bye now.